They combined for 40 points. Tobias Harris and James Harden now with the mics.
Put them away, and we just didn't. So I wanted to come out and be aggressive, not just scoring the basketball, but making the right plays and getting into the paint. I knew good things would happen. I think defensively we came out with a great mindset to slow them down. Obviously they shot the ball extremely well in that first half, but we knew for an entire four-quarter game, if we had that mindset defensively to be engaged and rebound the basketball, we had a pretty good chance of winning.
The third quarter was huge for you guys. Just what kind of changed at halftime or anything that can really get you guys going?
I think defensively, we went a lot of zone. We did a really good job. The only problem was offensive rebounding, and they had. I don't know the exact number, but they had too many points for offensive rebounds. So we wanted to control that, limit them to one shot and gain rebound. I think that third quarter, was a prime example of how great we can be if we do that.
To kind of go off of something you were saying, that Doc mentioned to us that he thought that was the most serious game that you guys have played all year. That shoot around was cut short because you guys were locked in. Can you speak to sort of maybe what the past 2 days have been like to sort of get you guys ready for a game like this?
Yeah, we really knew what was at stake. The disappointment from, game 4 and 5 as well. So coming up here, we knew that we had one goal, and that was to win this game and do it by any means. In the first half, we had a bunch of different plays that, defensively, we played good defense. They just made shots. But overall, we knew coming out of the third quarter that we needed to really have a hot quarter to help us win the game. And we did it through the defensive end, getting stops, getting out running, having our pace. Tyrese was huge in making big shots for us in that third quarter, and we just, rolled off of that momentum. So, that was kind of a standard of how we want to play and how we know we can play. And that's what we had to do.
Thinking of the second round, what just really kind of stands out to you guys about what the Heat are able to do?
The guys they have on the floor, the way that they, execute offensively and shooting the three ball and all the movement that they do. But we know it's going to be a challenge for us that we'll game plan for and get ready for. But, that's our next task, and that's what we got to get ready for and just be ready to embrace the challenge.
James, what does this type of game do for you as far as showing sort of where you're at, as far as continuing? It's easy to forget that you're still new to this team and balancing the scoring with the distributing and just everything you're bringing to the table.
Today was great. I think it was a balance of both. I think the entire game we knew what we were trying to accomplish offensively, and we just continue to stick with it. And as a result of that, we got great shots. I think every possession, and you can get a great shot every possession, man. It's obviously it helps your offense, but then defensively it helps that as well. And I think that's what we did, especially in that second half. My confidence continues to grow. As I learn my teammates, learn what they like to do, and in moments like this, you really learn. And today was a great win for us.
How cool were the last 2 days? Just like Doc had kind of mentioned, just really working with you and showing you some stuff. How beneficial was having those 2 days off?
It was great, man. All of this is new. We're trying to figure it out on the fly, and things aren't going to be great all the time. But I think the more we can communicate and I think all of us are on the same page and want the same thing, and that's to win, be the last team standing. So we listen with open ears, and we go out there and just try to play our butts off.
James, this is your first time playing the playoffs with Tobias. Doc just had some strong words for what he was able to do throughout the series. What did his consistency mean to you in this series?
Tobias was great. Especially on the defensive end, like the task to guard Siakam basically the entire game. We asked a lot of him, and I think he stepped up to the challenge. Obviously, his shot making was great. His attack to the rim was great. Tonight, he rebounded the basketball great, which we need from him consistently. But I think defensively, which he doesn't get a lot of credit for, he was on one this series, and we're gonna need that going forward from him. Because he's so versatile.
Tobias, what do you feel like you guys most learned from this series? Just the punches you guys did take from the Raptors, the way they play. Just what do you guys feel like you most gained from going through 6 games playing against this opponent?
It was definitely a lot of learning lessons. Obviously, first off, can't get high, can't get too low. And then we just got to stick with each other. There's so much outside noise that can creep in during when you don't exceed expectations. But we know as a group that we have to hold each other accountable and just be ready. It's the playoffs. Teams are going to make adjustments. Things are not going to go your way. Sometimes things are going to go your way, but you just got to be truly resilient through the process. And tonight you saw that, a full effort, pretty much the whole game of how we wanted to play and just sticking through. You just got to stay balanced. And especially during this stretch, that's huge for us. Just stay balanced. Can't get caught up in what everyone has to say. I mean, we understand. We wanted to sweep. Obviously, as NBA players, we want to sweep. It didn't happen that way, but for us, I think it's part of our story, and it's one thing that's going to happen. That's just going to lead to the growth of our unit and our team. And I knew going into this series after Game 4 that we lost that it wasn't going to be easy for us, and we don't want it to be easy, and we just got to fight through that.
Just for you, being as a leader, was there any messages that you told Tyrese to kind of maybe help him out a little bit on the offensive end, or was that just kind of all him at this point?
Yeah, it's just all him. He's a heck of a player, and I didn't think that he was really in an offensive funk. I didn't think so. I just thought that when proper opportunity comes for him to take over and do what he needs to do, he's going to shine, and he did that. And I think that's the beauty of our team is getting big efforts from different guys on different nights, and that's what's really going to push us along this run in the playoffs. Because somebody may not have it going one of the nights, and we just need somebody to pick us up and keep us rolling. But once we get that full effort from everybody, we're a very hard team to beat.
Chance to return the favor. This was your first playoff series with James. On a night like tonight, what does he give you that you haven't had in the past?
I mean, if you just look at the box score, plus 38. Somebody's hogging it. Well, that's what it was, right? What, 33? Is that it? Yeah, thanks. Sorry. No, I mean, yeah, plus 38. And honestly, tonight, we were just attacking mismatches out there, and he's able to get downhill. You saw the dunk in the first quarter. He's going to do more of that, I hope. But you just saw the full arsenal of what he can do in making plays and getting in the lane. So just such a tough person to guard. So when he's doing all those different moves and getting us involved, and also just pushing the pace, that's huge for our group and our team. So hats off to him and the work that he's put in, and just being able to stay solid and ride this wave with us is big.
Yeah, I have one question. Just one question. Today, y'all came out with a confidence. I mean, like extremely confident. Y'all didn't look like a team that's had 2 games slipped away from you. When you look back at those 2 games, do you feel like there's a little bit of overconfidence? I mean, with you guys being up 3-0, because you came out and just put the hammer on.
I mean, like I said in the beginning, we knew what was at stake for us, and no disrespect to our fans, but we did not want to come back to Wells Fargo for Game 7. we wanted it to be ended tonight out here, and that was only right. So, we wanted to be in our building in Game 3 of the next series. But I think, I don't think in the other games, maybe we were overconfident, but I just think we had too much slippage of what was working for us, and that was why I thought we lost those other games. So we live and we learn from it, and we push on, and now we got to get ready for round 2.
James, what do you think of that Raptors team?
Last one, guys.
The fight they put up after taking a pretty deep hole for themselves. What would you say?
Man, that was one of the toughest series I played in, just because of their switching and their athleticism and their length. They throw different defenses at you, the boxing ones and zones, and they just mess up the game. Credit to obviously Nick Nurse, but just they're a resilient team. They had injuries, guys in and out the lineups, and they just continue to fight, continue to find a way to stay in the game. huge shout out to them, credit to them for even pushing it to a game 6, even without Fred.